I'm RealGenericDemon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 27, Volume 10. Yes, this is going to be a long one because we've got all the sides of this to complete. So last week this won, and we've already been through the first side of it with Carpet Capers, which was quite mad, and Jet Set Gertie. We're now on to this side, and we've got 3D Tunnel, Stock Market, Fridge Frenzy, The Valley, Dragon's Bane, Demon Knight, Ned's Garden, and Space Intruders, which sounds like you've downloaded the wrong movie. No idea whether we downloaded the wrong movie or not, but it came on a tape. So we got that one to do. You know, yeah, look at that. All this good stuff. And the instructions on the inside there, which were nothing that was actually any use at all. So we'll get that one in a tape dive shortly, but I've got something to show you. I've picked up something. Something has arrived. It's been a while since something has, but we've got something. This one I've been looking for ages. It's Laser Squad. It's not just Laser Squad. I mean, the box is a bit battered, but it is quite an expensive one to still get hold of. It's this Laser Squad. This is Julian Gallop, and Julian Gallop was responsible for some fantastic games. Most people know him from XCOM, but I remember him from Laser Squad, from Chaos, from Rebel Star. What was the other one? Galaxy or whatever it is. I've got that one as well somewhere. But this is the original one. This is the original Target Games. I think this is originally his company, to be fair. So there's Julian's name at the bottom there. I don't know why it says Avis. Anyway. But inside this, though, it's not just that. It's amazing. We've actually got the expansion as well. So we've got Paradise Valley, the expansion, and we've also got the Cyber Hordes expansion, which is fantastic. So we've got the extra scenarios as well there, not just the first scenarios. This is a strategy game. It's one of my personal favourites. I have actually got not only cardboard version, but I mean they're all standing behind me, but I'm going to bring it out. So I've got, this is the, hang on, hold still. This is the Spanish version of it, the Spanish release of from Blade Software. As you can see, it is sealed, and I'm not prepared to open it because I've actually got it on another format. So this is the sealed version that I actually have on my shelf there of Laser Squad. In fact, behind me, it's one of my favourites, so it gets sort of pride of place on my shelf. I've got another one. I've got the. It took me ages to find this, and I'm going to pull it out now. I hope the whole thing doesn't explode, shelf-wise. And that's Chaos. There's another release of it that I haven't got, which is the original cardboard box, a bit like this one. I haven't actually got that, but the Chaos. This cost me a small fortune to get a copy of this. It's a fantastic game. The loader's great on this because it's cost the one from the British Telecom, the Firebird range. It takes ages to load, but at the same time it's really, really good. So I got those, but also, the seller threw in, and this is amazing. This is amazing because this turned out to be not the most expensive game in the world when I finally got a copy. But he threw in Rebel Star, which I've already got, but it's great anyway. This is sort of like imagine Aliens, but with Space Marines. It's perfect. It's perfect. Rebel Star. It's a really good game. Very, very tough indeed. And also, which is also extremely hard to get hold of, is Rebel Star 2. Threw that in as well. So the second part, or the second game for the whole thing. This is all the Silverbird range, which is a more expensive range. That's $2.99 rather than $1.99. And then, which was a complete surprise to me, I threw in the cassette tape one from Your Sinclair. So I threw in that one as well, Rebel Star on there as well. It was really good. The different ones, different shape, wasn't it? They used to put sellotape across these. It was a nightmare, wasn't it? Do you remember that? You sellotape coming off and you rip the front off. Really annoying, to be honest with you. It was better when you got one from Crash, because Crash used to put them in nice. Used to put them in nice cassette cases, didn't they? In fact, I think they did start to put them in more and more as the time went on. Anyway, that's all I've got this week. But well, I say all I've got, so I'm absolutely delighted with that. But let's get this into a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go down to our favourite, which is Basic, and load it, or load speech marks, load it, and we've got 3D Tunnel first. I've seen this before, 3D Tunnel. I'm not sure that I ever got the general gist of it. I'm a bit crap with these things, you know. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a bit crap with it. I don't think I was ever. I mean, I like computer games. I love computer games, but there's only very few that I think I'm genuinely any good at, or at least, you know, fairly okay at, and even that I lose skills on. I mean, I remember playing Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter, on the SNES, and thinking I was quite good at it, and I guess I was okay at the time. I think one of the big games I was really good at, Star Control. Do you remember Star Control? It was kind of a game where you were sort of a little spaceship. Imagine the sort of asteroid-style ship, you know, where it's got a bit of thrust and it flies through along, and there were just lots of different alien species. There's about 14 species in total. I was quite good at that. I mean, you know, our one-on-one combat with somebody else was quite good at that one. Could pretty much beat anybody. But anyway, right, okay. What are the keys? We got Q to T. Okay. H, G, up at an angle. Down at an angle, up at an angle. That makes no sense to all. It's plane-related things. You've got object is to get to the end of the tunnel. Right, okay. I think we've got this. I'm hoping we've got this. I'm pretty sure this has turned up before on what's on the tape. It always an interesting one to see what we actually got. Yeah. It's me sort of like trying to pad out the whole thing. It's sort of, yeah, new generation software. These are the people. The thing about new generation software is, remember that blooming game with what was it called? Where you Escape, that's what it's called, Escape, and you basically got chased by dinosaurs in a maze, and you had to find a key to unlock the maze to the next maze, and I'm sure it was only 16k. It was one of those sort of, yeah, it was all right. The beauty of the 80s and even the early 90s was that there was a lot of self-published games or small houses who were able to sort of, I guess, you know, get things working. Right, keyboard, joystick, normal. Right, okay, spare. New generation. Play slow. S. Right. Okay. And I have to... What do I do? That's fire. I'm crashed already. That's it. I've got... Aha! That makes more... No, that way. Oh, wait. Oh, bombs. Oh, got killed by a bat. It kind of it's flight control, so it's like the opposite. The yoke's upside down. This is what people hate. This kind of stuff with the yoke's upside down. Oh, go that way. Oh, I got smashed in the tunnel a lot. Yeah, the yoke's upside down. So you know, so up is down and down is up. I used to love it for flight sim games, but when you put it on keyboard, it kind of feels a bit, yeah, difficult. Let's do slow again. What's the spare keys? I don't need spare keys. Up, down, left, right. Oh, spare is up, down. Is left, right, up, down. Yeah, 6 to 0. No, I'm not going to do the spare keys. We'll stick with the normal. S to play. All right, see if I can actually work it out this time round. No, that way. Oh, no, that way. Oh, bombs. That way. That way, no, that way. That way. I'm just staying in the tunnel. I've got one! No, I didn't. I thought I had it. I've not even shot one yet. Oh my goodness. It's just, honestly, getting my head round the keys and the movement. If it was like go the top left to the top left, it's not. It's the other way around. And I've got to kind of reverse it in my head, and I'm struggling, and it doesn't really help. That's really tough. That's very, very tough indeed. That was a good start though. I quite enjoyed that. I mean, it's a 3D tunnel, and back in the day, we'd have been absolutely impressed by that, especially if you had your old Kempston joystick in there, Kempston Microelectronics joystick in. I used to have a Kempston, I love my Kempston. Oh, so remember going to W.H. Smith's in Kettering and getting it was such an amazing thing, getting it there. I wonder if that's still there. I doubt it is. Didn't they sold it, didn't they, recently? W.H. Smith's. It's on the death spiral. Unfortunately, it sells paper in a day when nobody uses paper anymore. I mean, you don't even. I mean, let's be honest. It's like I don't even take notes the same way as you used to take notes. Just take pictures of it. You know, it's like, this will help me remember. Yeah, picture's worth 1,000 words. It really is. Take a photo of what you're looking at that's got a problem or whatever else it is, and it just, the world has changed so much, isn't it? So, you know, there's W.H. Smith still saying papers and newspapers and all this kind of stuff. I mean, their clientele, and I hate to say this, is probably quite aged at this point, the people who still buy from those places. And that's a real shame, because books are wonderful. And so's printed paper. There's something about it that is so much different to digital. I get it. We all want the digital things, but we don't. You know, I don't want them. I want nice physical things. I want own a copy of Laser Squad from Julian Gallop from 1988. I do. That's what I want to own. I want to own a copy of it. I really do. And I want to build a gigantic house with a monument to all the stuffs I like. That's what I need. It's not going to happen, but I'm doing my best. I've got a room full of stuffs. Room full of stuffs and a storeroom full of stuffs, and I hate stuff being in storerooms. It really does. I hate it. I hate also that I always can't sort stuff, so I end up with piles in my storeroom, if that makes sense. Do I want instructions? Yes, I do. The aim of stocks is to make money by buying and selling stocks and shares in 4 mining companies. Very good. At the start of the game, each player has £1,000 in the bank, and the price of each share is set by approximately half its maximum value. Ooh. When all players have bought or sold as many shares as they want, the price of the shares is adjusted so that high prices are likely to fall and low prices are likely to rise. That is fine. The market may have bulled or bared by heavy buying or heavy selling. Bearded. Bearded. I've never even heard of these words. Has anybody heard these words? I've not heard these words before. I didn't see this when I watched, Michael Douglas in Wall Street. I don't remember any of this. Anyway, during the course of the game, various news flashes will interrupt the play. Watch out for capital gains tax. Yeah, that's true. One or more of the players are having £1 million to finish the game. Yeah, fair enough. How many players? I'm going to guess I can't put 1, or can I? Oh, I can. Set the difficulty to 1. Easy. So we got lead, zinc, tin, and gold, and I've got 1,000 in the bank, so I can't buy any gold. Can I just tell anything about any of this? So I've got multi-body lead mine. I've got, right, so these are the people who own them. S. Beer's beer gold mine, right? Tin mine, Erskine. Let's do the penny share type thing. So let's do buy. What am I going to buy? Let us go with zinc. Not quite lead, but we'll go with zinc. All right, zinc. How much would I like to buy in zinc? Well, let's try and stack the market here. Let's buy 100 shares in zinc. That'll be all my money. I don't have enough cash, do I not? Zinc. How many zinc shares would you like to buy? Am I doing the math wrong here? I've got 1,000 in the bank. The cost... Oh, zinc doesn't cost... no, I'm doing the math properly. Yes, it's the other way... Sorry, 50. No, I was looking at the 10. That's why I was doing it. I can't make the math. Yeah, the math. Is it 20 I can buy this one? 20, I think it is. There you go. 20 of those. Right, okay. Q to quit my turn. Market news. Lead up by 3. Zinc down by 15. And tin went down by 75. And gold by... right, so I've just lost 15 on all of those. Interest rate is that. Do you want to end the game? No. So... Oh no, it went up by 15. Right, so I want to sell my zinc then for 35. And I think we might buy lead with the rest of it. So, oh no, gold's down. We might buy some gold. Let's sell the zinc. Quite like things like this. Zinc. How much am I going to sell? I'm going to sell... Let's sell... Oh no, it was down. It's down, isn't it? Why am I selling? 0. It's down. It was 50, wasn't it? Uh-oh, newsflash. Tax refund. Oh, cool. How much have I got back? 50% refund of 50% of your bank balance. I had no bank balance to refund. Right, okay, quit. I'm sorry, I'm totally wrong here. Went down, didn't it? 15. Lead down. Zinc up by 21. Yes, it's actually worth selling now. Because people have bought when it's been down, you see. That's how it's worked. Gold is up. So we can sell all the zinc now. And I think we should buy into lead. Because there's no, I don't want end turn. Let's sell the zinc now. Sell zinc. Zinc. Let's sell 29. No, don't have 29. 20. See, there we go. I've got a little bit of cash. I've got a news flash. What's going on? Bonus for all lead shareholders. Alright, okay, I don't have that much. 30% payment on the value? Damn! Just missed that. Okay, let's buy. Tin's down on its price. Let's buy some tin and make a gamble on this. Let's buy some tin. Let's buy T for tin. And let's buy... Can I afford 5 shares? Let's do the math. Don't have enough cash. The bank will lend you 31. Would you like to borrow? Yes. So I have 5 shares in tin. I want to quit. They're gonna. Oh, I owe the bank money now. Come on, tin be up. Tin up by 33. Yes. Got my coffee. It's loving it. No, I don't want to end the game. Let's see whether or not we can. Oh, newsflash! You owe the bank 34. Yeah, that's fine. Shareholder bonuses for lead peoples. Wow, I don't have any lead though. Right, I want to sell, and I want to sell the tin because that's up, and I want to sell all 5. This should pay the bank back. You repay the loan of 34. Perfect. I think we're up a bit here so far. Yeah, we're up. We're up. We're up. I can't afford any more of the other ones though. Zinc is really low. Oh no, really high. Do I go with the lead though? Because the lead seems to be selling. I mean, maybe we just put we dabble with a little bit of lead. So let's buy a little bit of lead. Kind of like this actually. Now I want a copy of it, the original thing. I don't have the original one. I've never seen it before. Let's buy 20 shares of lead. Just put it into my bank account there, just in case. Newsflash. Tax refund. Oh, nice. It's very generous. Oh, wow, it's giving me loads of money. Oh, I can afford to get some gold. I might buy some gold, because that's been going up like crazy, hasn't it? Should we buy some gold? Let's buy some gold. Gold. G. And I want to buy 1 share, because that's all I can afford. So I'll have 1 of them. Newsflash. There's lots of news flashes every time I do stuff. What else? Bonus for all tin owners. I don't have any tin anymore. 20% of the share value. There's a lot of things going on here. Let's give it. It's bonuses everywhere. Lead up. Zinc down. Tin down. Oh, lead's up though. That's cool. Gold is up again by 26. Not an awful lot there. Zinc's down. Did it say zinc was down there? Do you want to end the game? No. We've got 79 in the bank. We're probably best to flog that gold. Now we've made a little bit of money on it. So, gold. 1. realistically, it's a game where you run into gold. Look at that. We're making so much money here. Look at this. Almost double my cash. Capital gains, investigation. Demands 30% of your bank balance. Oh. Well, that's typical capital gains, that. I've actually now down money because of that. Well, not completely. I've got 20 in lead, so we just need to keep buying. We need to keep buying something else. I am tempted to go back with tin, though. Buy tin. Because that's down on its usual price at the moment. How much would I like to buy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5. Yeah, I'll have that. And I think we'll buy some more lead. Or should we buy some zinc? Let's buy more lead. Let's buy another. Can I afford another 5 shares? I think probably can. Yes, another 5 shares. Newsflash. All market dealing suspended. Uh-oh. Cue to quit. So maximum number of turns is about 3, I think, per one. Interest rate's 20%. We've got money. Do you want it? No. I quite like it, this. I wasn't expecting this. I want this now. What's this buy? Stock market mind games. I like it a lot. Lead shareholders 80%. Nice. Is tin still cheap? It is still cheap. I'm tempted to get another tin. Another one of those. And I might get some more lead as well. Newsflash. All dealings are suspended. That's it. No more today. Cue to quit. Oh, quit, not quit. Gold Consortium taken over. Sold at 180% of the value. Bloody hell. So that's going to be really high, I think. The bank interest rate is massive at the moment. No. I'm going to have one more turn. Because I think you've had enough of this. It's very playable, actually. Well, I like stats. Oh, bonus for all tin shareholders. Very nice. A little bonus there. Let's buy some more. The zinc one hasn't gone up and down for ages. Let's buy some zinc. Because we haven't had any of that for ages. So let's buy some zinc. It's kind of stayed where it's at. Let's buy. Can I get about 7? There you go. 7. And let's buy some more lead. Buy. Lead. Let's buy another 10 shares of lead. There we go. Let's quit for the end of the day. I just want to see what the value goes up here. Lead is down a little bit. That's a shame. Zinc is up. Beautiful. Tin is up. By 100 and something odd. Wow. And gold's down. What's gold down by? Oh, gold's way down. This is the time to sell the tin and buy the gold. Oh, I could play this all day. Oh, I love games like this. Yeah, I'm gonna play. I could play it all day. Let's not do that. Let's. Do you want to end the game? Yes. There's my total value of what I'm worth at the end. That's cool. Kind of like that. All your shares sold at face value. That is fair. I saw I made a little bit more than do it. Do I want to play again? No. Bye for now. Bye bye. Bye bye now. Bye. Right, that was cool. I quite enjoyed that. I want that now. What was that called? That was stock market by Mind Games. Alright, if anybody's got that, I'm definitely interested. I'm gonna have to go looking for that. This is a Fridge Frenzy from Bug Bites. I'm looking forward to this one. I think I've played the Valley, which is coming up as well, by ASP or ASP software. I've definitely played Ned's Gardens. I don't know if I've ever played Space Intruders. Fridge Frenzy! I really liked that stock market. That was cool. Oh, that's not good. I can hear your turbo loader. I don't like those. Nobody likes those. Where are we? Fridge Frenzy. Strontium Dog and all kinds of stuff in here. 4 different aliens and random space flying saucers, apparently, and space intruders. I don't know if this is going to load, but we'll try it. We'll see what happens. Fridge Frenzy. That's usually me after I've had a beverage of 2. So, have we seen the latest and most interesting news? It seems that, and it's not uncommon for good old YouTube to this, but apparently they've released a new AI bot onto their system. It's part of this sort of protecting everybody from what they shouldn't see. So they've released an AI bot, and if your channel turns up to, they think your channel should be a restricted channel, they restrict you. So they're reducing the number of people, what you can actually see, it seems. This is you do a little bit of research, you'll see this. This is that people are losing traffic because their videos are being restricted when they don't need to be restricted, but because you've looked at, say, in my case, I maybe looked at some videos on stripping down Hot Wheels cars and die-cast cars, which, by the way, I'm very up for doing that. I don't know if anybody else has done that before, but I really fancy the idea of, getting an old sort of die-cast car from years ago, because I've got some nice ones that I've picked up along the way. And they just need some TLC to bring them back to life. So I've been watching videos on that, but because they probably fit in the category of kids stuff, so now I'm getting my view only is trimmed slightly because of that. Let's go back a bit. That's going to break. Let's push this button here. Let's do a quick restart. Right, I bet you couldn't restart your PC that fast if you had to. Nope, it's never going to happen. There it is. Go on, behave yourself. Load. Hate turbo loaders. I hated them back in the day as well. I mean, they seemed very clever, the fact that they would load faster, but absolutely were rubbish for the person who wanted the game to load. Just load it at the normal speed and stop messing us around. Took ages otherwise. As I say, nobody to this day has seen Strange Loop ever again. Look at that, it's crashed it. It's crashed the old Specky. Specky's like, no. Computer says no. That's the end of the stock market. Come on. Come on. Yep, we know it's the fridge. There we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Stupid stuff. Right, next one. Stupid stuff now. Oh, here we go. Horrendous. Turbo loaders. Bane of our lives. I was never that a fan of multi-loaders either. I don't know about you, but oh, it's even worse than it was previously. Fantastic news. Fantastic news. You know what this means? And it means I'm going to have to run over across the other side of the room because I was hoping this would load like it did last week. Now I was to run over the other side of the room and grab the tape sort of add-on thingy for my, there was a couple of episodes ago, tape add-on thingy that does what, lets me load from my phone. So we'll go do that now. You stay there. I'm coming. I'll be back. I'm running all the way. I'm almost there. Oh, I'm getting too old for this. Oh. Lethal Weapon. First Lethal Weapon movie. Danny Glover, right? Danny Glover says, and he's in his 40s, I'm getting too old for this shit. Really, Danny? You have no bloody idea, mate. And then he went off and did a whole action movie with, with Mel Gibson, didn't you? A whole action movie. Mel ran round like an idiot most of the time, and both of you ran round like idiots. I'm not even going for it. I'm not even having it nowadays. Nowadays, our action heroes are like proper old, aren't they? Got sort of the, you've got. Mind you, have you seen the latest adverts with Arnold and good old Arnold Schwarzenegger? No, I'm telling you now, that's not worked. Right, okay, let's get the PlayZX in here.
That is a proper crash screen there, right there for you. Look at that beautiful thing. Lovely crash screen. We like those. Yeah, yeah, Lethal Weapon. Let's watch that again though. I quite like the Lethal Weapon series. It's a bit weird when it was Joe Pesci in the fourth one or something like that. Was that the one he was in? I'm sure it was. Yeah, there was a bit of that going on. Fridge, what was it called? Frenzy, wasn't it? Frenzy? Fridge Frenzy. Fridge Frenzy. Frenzy. Can't spell it. Am I spelling frenzy wrong? Really? Not on here? You've got to be kidding. Fridge. You telling me there's no Fridge Frenzy on here? Right, I'm going to look under F. No, I don't want to exit the application. All. F. Fridge. Yeah, fridge. Fridge. Telling me there's no Fridge Frenzy on here. Fridge. Yeah. Did it go by any other name, do we think? Do we think it went by any other name? I don't know. Well, let's have a look, see if we can find it. And see if, because that seems really bad that we can't get that. Fridge Frenzy. Fridge Frenzy. It looks flipping brilliant as well, which is the worst part. I hate you now because for knowing this looks so good. Where did it appear? Platformer, Bug Bites. Yeah, got that. Premium software re-release. Yeah. Is that all it was? Fridge Frenzy though. Nothing more. Oh, it had a cool cover as well. I've never even seen this game before. This looks brilliant, and we can't get it. Right, this is madness. There must be. Is there a download for it? Oh my god, there's no download. Upload. It's not missing in action, is it? Hang on. I'm looking here really hard now. Releases, yeah, is that it? Can I download that? No, that's not that. Oh my god. Appeared on compilation, yeah, I did. Yeah, I know that. Where's the software? Oh my god. Nobody has got a download for it? There is not a download for Fridge Frenzy. Fridge Frenzy does not have a downloaded version of it. Plus, I've never seen this cover before. It's basically it's like a couple of French, well, one French sort of chef with a big moustache and a balding head, sort of Rene style from you know. And then there's a whole load of stuff in the fridge, including a mushroom that's parachuting itself in like a commando. It looks like it was released in. I mean, the cover they've got here is the Spanish version of Fridge Frenzy. I can't believe this. It's one of those, isn't it? They're looking for an upload for the whole thing, for the release. They haven't got a cover for the British release. They haven't got... Oh my goodness. This is really an uncommon game. We must try loading it again from there. No wonder it's not on here. It's not going to be on my PlayZX. It is definitely not going to be on there. This is one of the few places you're going to find it. And nobody's got a working version of it. This is insane. Let me see. I wonder if hang on, we'll do a bit more. We'll do a bit more searching for this and see if anybody's got a tape file for it. I think the problem is that nobody's got one that loads. Fridge Frenzy. Let's see if there's another one on here. Oh, Is that one? Is that one there? Now we might have got one. Whether it works or not. Compiled C. I don't know. Yeah, the release is unidentified copy compilation release. There's one here. It looks like. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Hang on a second. Brace yourselves. We might have a way around this. Let's before we start rewinding that tape. You just stay there. Right. What I'm doing at the moment is I think I found a release on World of Spectrum, but it looks like it's a. They're not. It's like not. They're not sure about whether or not it's functional or not. So let me just paste it there. I'll upload. Right. Let's see whether or not we can get this thing. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this. How do we do this? There's one called local. Right. Okay. Let me see if I can get this onto my phone. No, I don't want that. Thank you. Yep, I've got it. Right. Save to device. Right, okay. Yep, save. I'm saving it to my phone. Just it's amazing, isn't it, technology nowadays? You can shift it from one device to the other so easily. In my case, I'm just using Dropbox from my computer to my phone. So I'm not looking for it on the phone. I'm looking on I found it online, put it in Dropbox, downloaded it to my phone. Hopefully, if I go with the local thing here, I should be able to load it. Local. Select. Downloads. Where are you? Fridge. Fridge. Where are you? Looking for you. I've got loads of stuff on here. Obviously, I've downloaded a few things before, including Nosedive. Do you remember Nosedive? Yeah. There we go. Got you. Right. Add. Play. That's not right. It's not the right format. So it's not even working. So that's faulty. That is faulty. Oh damn! Wrong format, peoples. We are still in the same boat. So that no wonder they were saying it wasn't working. Right. Let's try this again one more time. It's got to be worth a try. I tell you what, we'll go and do in the meantime. I'm gonna get the tape cleaner out, and we're gonna have a tape clean. I can't believe this doesn't exist. No, that's it there. Right, I'm getting the tape cleaner out. Let's do this. Get the tape cleaner out. We'll give this a good old clean and see whether or not we can get this to work. I'm quite excited about this. Seeing something that isn't very common to see. I mean, it's definitely out there. It's not entirely missing in action, but there doesn't seem to be a decent data file out there of it that you can use to actually play it. This is kind of cool, guys. We've got something interesting going on here. Right, that's tape cleaner in. I'm just gonna have a sup of coffee. I hope you have a beverage of your own as well. Oh, I love coffee. Coffee is great. But of course, I suspect the big problem here is that they've been trying to take somebody's been trying to make a version of it, and the reason it's not happened all the way. The reason it hasn't, they haven't been able to get to it, is that the game itself is one of these turbo loaders, and you've oh, wrong one. Go back a bit. Right, break. Load it. Yeah, I think because it's one of those turbo loaders, we've just not the history of this one's kind of may have consigned itself to time. Realistically, it may be lost forever as a game. That's a shame, isn't it? No, a bit further back. There, maybe there. Hopefully. Well, yeah, and what's going to do that? I knew it was going to do that. Load, did it. It always does that when you've got it, when it's partially loaded already. It just thinks it's right and it goes. Bleh. Okay. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. It's only the second game, third game in the tape. Sorry, that we've got to. So cross your fingers, cross your toes. We'll brace yourselves. This may or may not happen. So we'll. There's one more attempt before we move on to the valley. Feels like something should be something Welsh, doesn't it? The valley. Sorry, that was my closest Welsh accent. I do apologise to anybody who's Welsh who may be watching and is disappointed this is not loading. Damn you. Damn you, damn you, damn you, damn you. We got further last time round. Even with a tape clean, it ain't happening. That's bad. And to be fair, it's really uncommon. Find a copy of it, you've done well, I think, is the answer with this. The only cover I could find there from both World of Spectrum and Spectrum Computing websites was the Spanish release of it. This is proper uncommon, this one. You know, so I avoid the word rare in inverted commas because they're just uncommon. You know, there are very few that are really, really rare. I guess this probably counts in this context. I bet there's 2 or 3 copies left in total. I don't think it won't warrant anything more. I don't think I've ever seen a Spectrum game sell for £1,000. I did say saw one this morning sell for 150. It was a game that I already had, but it was a variant of the cover. It was not a variant cover. It was pre-released with another company. So they tend to go for a bit more because then they were like re-released as budget titles and things like that. Those are the ones that hit it high sometimes, the high notes with them. So I saw it small. I can't remember what it's called, but I remember it, and it's just a version of Asteroids basically. It's not even a very good version of Asteroids. I remember the shape of the ship. It's like very, very sort of square and arrow shaped. It's more you're buying it to put it on a shelf. You know, you're not buying it for any other reason. No, this isn't working. This isn't working. No, pushing keys, not going to work. That's not working. Let's move on to the valley. But yeah, you know, there are. I mean, what are the highest ones we've seen go for? I think the highest ones I've ever seen go for are it's usually components that go for a big chunk of money. You know, the ZX80 tends to go from sort of $350 to £500 depending on the shape of the thing at this point in time. But when it comes to games, I think the highest ones I've seen are sort of 650 for certain Hit Squad games. It's bizarre that so many Hit Squad games are so loved so much, but it's a very collectible range, you know. And and to be fair, for the most part, it's a pretty decent range. I think there are some duds amongst it, but of course, I think it was Ocean who owned Hit Squad, wasn't it? Anyway, so they were just going through the back catalogue and re-releasing with it. But the things like the Darkman being so expensive, but only because it was one of the very last games that were there. I tell you what, I did see go recently, 250 quid it went for, which was Dalek Attack, which is seen to be one of the very last games officially released for the Spectrum back in the day. One of the very last sort of games that actually came out for it. So those kind of games can command a value. I mean, that one that I purchased just the other day, the one that you saw at the beginning, should I say just the other day. It was just the other day, but purchased and you saw today. It arrived today, actually, just in time for What's on the Tape, fantastically. But that particular one, that Laser Squad, I paid £50 for it, but and he threw in all the other bits and pieces that went with it as well as a sort of bonus for it. That's pretty much its value, to be honest with you, without the add-ons of Rebel Star 1 and Rebel Star 2, or Rebel Star and Rebel Star 2. So it is very doable as to not be a sort of. There are games, but that's not a lot of money. I mean, I think the most expensive one that I've got is more expensive only because I bought it when it was cheaper. You know, now, I mean, I think I paid £80 for New Venture, and I've mentioned this before, and that is a game that I love. It's a bit like that stock market thing. It was, it's sort of about managing sort of a shop and making money with it, and buying and selling and all this kind of stuff. It's kind of cool. I like it. It's manage a small corner shop to a big high street store like W.H. Smith's, of course, of the day, and then make $1 million and retire, which is what the biggest money you required back in the day. You know, you needed $1 million, and that was the one. You know, made $1 million, you're a rich person. So those are the kind of, you know, those are the high price ones on there. I mean, I've probably got a few others on my shelf, but I mean, I'm turning my head to look at it because I face forward the ones that I really love. I've got a thing about facing, you know, sort of facing them forward, the ones I sort of love or I've wanted to find. I mean, there's things like Saboteur up there. That's not expensive, you know. Durell Saboteur, the original one, with the guy sort of flying through the sky. I'm going to assume that's stopping now. 48k value. Load of character. Right, okay, so this, I believe, and I don't know if I've got much in the way of instructions, because I've told you that the instruction manual's rubbish. There's K for instructions, though, so... instructions. Right, okay, so the keys are numbered above. To move the destination, press 2 keys simultaneously for diagonals. Right, okay, so it's the keys across the way. So that's forward. 6 is down, 7 is up, 8 is right, and yeah, okay, right. Your ego ranks, pressing continue. H to hit the monster's head, body, legs, that makes sense. S to cancel spell, 1 to sleep, 1 for potions, 2 for crisp bits. Right, okay, fair enough. And there's your character and the castle, any key. Do you want to load the game? No. Character's name, Demon. You get to choose what you want to be as well, because you got to be like a warrior, a thinker, barbarian. I'm going to be a barbarian because that's my kind of thing. I'm a barbarian. Look at this, scrolling off the edge of the screen. Look at the smoothness on that. It must be at least 5 frames per second. May the gods go with you. Demon the Barbarian. Right, okay. Yeah, so it draws the map in here, I think, and you just have to. It's like it's an early role-playing game, actually. You know, work your way from one side to the other and beat up stuff as you go. Let's go downwards, and let's go that way. There we go. Pushing the buttons to go that way. I'm going towards these relics here. These look interesting. Look at this. Oh, right. What we got? Too slow. What am I hitting? Body. 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 You hit the body. 5 damage. Yes, get him. Get him. Body. 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 Hit him in the body. B. 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 Hit him in the head. Hit him in the head. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit him in the head. He's too tall. You miss. No, I'm not surprised. L. Lower legs. L for legs. Hit him in the legs. Yeah, 1 point. Yeah, we're hitting him. Strike him with a sword. I've taken damage. Hit him. Hit him in the legs. L. You struck your chest. And body, body. You missed. Body. B, 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 B. I quite liked these back in the day, though. I would have liked this. Has he defeated me yet? You've killed him. Have I killed him? Which direction? 8. A hobgoblin. Bit him in the body. Hit him in the body. You take that. Strike him. Hit him in the body. There we go. Right. Press H. Hit him in the face. Hit him in the face. H for hit him in the head. You hit them in the head. Killing the monster. Right. Okay. This way. What's this? Ooh, mash. Reminds me of Murtwick's Maze, which was a Dungeons and Dragons game, but like a scaled back version. It only had attack and defense. It was really clever though, because you'd pick up items and add them to your character, and it would affect the whole thing. It's very clever indeed. Move which direction? I'm going to move that way. Thou hast encountered an evil orc. Hit him in the head. Hit him in the head. I've killed the monster. Hitting them in the head seems very effective, by the way. I'm moving that way. Hit him in the head. He struck me in the chest. Hit him in the head. I'm hitting him in the head. You miss. Smack him in the face. He's saved by your armour. You missed. A wolfen. I don't know what a wolfen is, but we're hitting it in the head. Can I do an Esra spell? What was 1? There was a 1 as well, wasn't there? No, it was S is to sleep, wasn't it? Hit. Head. Ha for head. Yeah, I quite like this. Up. I've got to hit something. Evil. Head, head, head. Let's hit the evil creature. Yeah, it's alright. It's not the valley I was thinking of, though. It's not the game I was thinking of. I'm sure it has appeared before, but I don't think we knew how to push the buttons previously. I probably just skipped through all of those, knowing me. I'll be honest, you would be quite happy with this selection of games if you got back in the day. 30 games. I bet this was a whole £10 this back in the day. He hit his body. Right, okay, I've done. Right, it's a basic program though. Look, we'll list it. Ah, 1982, adapted for the ZX Spectrum. I wonder if it was on the was on something else. Anyway, let's move on. Let's see what else we got on here. We got Dragon's Bane next. This is like the RPG section of it all. This is the Skyrim of its day. That was before they were evil. Yeah, before they became evil, there's a lot of evil companies now. I don't know why they're bothering to be evil though. It's just so boring, isn't it? I guess it's because they make money. It's like streaming services now, isn't it? I mean, let's step into the lion's den here with this one. Streaming services. You know, back in the day, you bought. I mean, I want to give one of them a bit of a pass here, but I'm going to go with this anyway. So back in the day, when I purchased Amazon Prime so I could get things delivered earlier, they threw in the television stuff. And that television stuff was like the worst video store you'd ever been to. You know the ones, that grimy video store that you really didn't want to go to, but Blockbusters was a bit too far to walk to. So you went into the local newsagent, and there was 3 videos in it, or 20 videos in it. They were, some weird, wonderful thing you've never seen before, and you just stood there for a bit, looking idly at the shelves, wondering whether or not you bothered to rent this, the princess's toenail or the dragon lord's death manor or something like that. And this is the level of that was the level of the videos that were there, or Space Intruders maybe. So whether or not you picked up Space Intruders and you put that on or not, they weren't great. They were pretty awful. But it was close, so you kind of, watched a few or whatever else it is. And that's how it really started. And there was none of this Amazon Prime with a whole bunch of, or Amazon Video, or whatever they call it, with a whole bunch of, buy this and add it to your digital library, which you can't keep for later, and we may edit or may remove if we feel like it. And that's a big problem, by the way. And then they went, well, you're not giving us enough money, so we're going to put adverts into your TV shows. And you go, but I pay quite a lot of money for this, and realistically you can afford this. Yeah, but we want to make more money from you. So either you watch our bloody adverts or you pay us more money for the service. And you go, well, I ain't paying more. So they put in adverts in your videos. So through your videos, you have to watch adverts. And as they slowly drive people away from their streaming services with more and more things like that, even Netflix has got a lower tier one where you've got adverts in it. Adverts. Unnecessarily adverts. But the lower tier's there because they couldn't sell, the higher tier was the one they had, and they brought it in because people were like, well, can I have one with adverts? Because I don't want to pay as much, like they do on Amazon or other things. Even the lower tiers of Disney have, adverts. And it's frustrating that you're paying for a service and not, it's one of those things. It's like if you've ever quoted for anything in your life, there's a well-known psychological list, by the way. Psychological, and this is because we're all taught to pay for less, by the way. I'm not suggesting we pay for more on our streaming services. They shouldn't do this in the first place. They just give us it all. But the point is that when you quote for things, you usually quote one which you really don't want them to choose because it's a little bit too cheap. It ain't quite what, it does enough for what they want to do, but it isn't quite what you want. It's there. Then you've got one that's slightly more expensive, which is the one you want them to go for, the one in the middle, and then you got one really high expensive one, which you'd really like them to go for, but for a fact they should go for the one for the middle, which is what they tend to do. So it's a bit like that with streaming services. Pay for the high one, pay for the middle one, and pay for whatever else. But they haven't worked out that if you make it closer to the lower end one, people will buy the higher end one. But obviously they're making more from adverts. So I'll shut up now. I'm shutting up now. All right, I've had enough. Shutting up. Right, okay. It's initializing. I don't know what Dragon's Bane is. I have no idea. It's got an orc on one side and a version of Orko on the other from He-Man. Right, what am I going to do? What's it say? It contains 172 rooms. Some contain traps. Complicating your task of 40 monsters. That's very nice. It draws a map, so it's procedural. Ooh, early days of randomization. Randomized maps. Ooh, it's recommended you draw a map because you have to save it afterwards. Right, okay, display options. We've played this before, I'm sure of it. Functions, key, eat, food, look, quit, movement of cursors. Right, okay. Get rid of that. Where am I? Cursors. Through that door. Musty cellar. Forward. Room 71. Musty cellar. There's a large bird. Do you want to contact the monsters? Yes. Hit that bird. The large bird is unfriendly. Ooh, momentarily stunned. Right, okay. Oh, I killed it. You kill the monster relatively easily. Right, cool. Cool, I've killed a monster. That's quite nice, though. Right, what other options were there in the menu? Change, ready weapon. Look, free princess. Alright, okay. I'm going to go north. Hang on, have I turned round here? Oh, damn, turning round in the spot. Yes, I'd like to make contact with the monster. Make contact with it. It's hostile. Prepare for battle. It kind of runs through it myself, look. The monster's hit me. Extract the monster, momentarily stunning it. Yep, okay. You're badly beaten and severely wounded. You run away. I run away. I've turned. Would you like to speak with the monster? I'd like to say very sorry. I'm very sorry. I wish to not be beaten badly. Knocks you to the floor. I've been knocked to the floor. I think I'm being assaulted here by the monster. Okay. Yeah, run away. There's a zombie here. No. Yes. I've flown. I've fleed. Large dead bird. Right, I'm moving on. I'm moving on. There's a large dead bird there. I think that's enough. I've had a large... It was alright, that one. It was okay. Demon Knight next. That's my namesake. Demon Knight. Sounds like something out of a FromSoft game, doesn't it? You know, so sort of a Dark Souls or something similar. It's amazing to think that things like Dark Souls, a game which is notoriously difficult. I mean, it just murders you. It murders you massively. I've got a story about this. I'm going to tell you a story about a FromSoft game with a friend of mine. Anyway, but so notoriously difficult, really hard to beat. You know, you are expected to die in it. That's what we did in the 80s. We only learned by dying over and over and over and over again and getting good at the game. And FromSoft have adapted that as now a thing. And people are like, oh, well, get good kind of thing. You know, it's like, we've already had to. Not that I'm ever very good at them, but the point is that we had to get good. If you want to get past a certain stage, you had to get good. So I can't finish magnet mining yet because I'm just not good. So anyway, I've got a story about this. So after the Dark Souls, and I think there was Demon Souls before that. So there's Dark Souls, Demon Souls, and I think they created for the PlayStation 4 specifically a game called Bloodborne, which is basically Dark Souls. It's demons, it's werewolves, it's the usual sort of stuff. No, a free roaming area, you can go where you want. You know, it's an open world effectively, but you have to fight certain bosses to get past certain points. That's great. A few of us got that when that first came out. It's probably 10 years now, actually, maybe longer. So a few of us got that when it first came out, and we sort of all played it over the weekend. And you know, and you're meant to, when you get to the first sort of set of doors, you're meant to die to the werewolf to explain that to explain how you've got like a netherworld life. So you basically die, you get resurrected in this netherworld. You then can collect sort of tears and whatever else it is, and I can't remember the other things in it, souls and type things, so that you can grow. And it's like your upgrading section. It's like a weird sort of well of, you know, whatever else is. It's craziness as those games are. But my mate had never played a Souls game before. Now, I'd played Dark Souls before, so I knew that I was meant to die and then meant to sort of, you know, be resurrected in somewhere or whatever else it is, or respawn at a bonfire as it was. He'd never played one before. So he played it for all weekend, and he actually beat the creature that was waiting in the doorway. And when he left, because he'd beaten the creature, it didn't trigger the events that were required to open the gates, and he was trapped behind these gates indefinitely. And quite literally, he came in and he's like, it was crap, that game, I broke it, you know what I mean? I beat the werewolf after like 40 attempts, you know, I quit, and sort of, you know, every time it sort of started to look like I was losing, I just rage quit, and went back and tried it again. Got stuck by the, sometimes games need to beat you somehow, whether you like it or not, I guess. Anyway, medieval adventure. This is the program allows you to have an adventure without leaving your room. Cool. You can travel about discovering secret passages. Love that. Manipulate objects you find on your travels, and you don't have to give up. Even if you seem hopelessly stuck, there's always a puzzle waiting for you to solve. If you need any keys, press help, quit, or inventory. This is an adventure game, isn't it? But I pushed a button. I am in front of a massive, securely shut cast iron portcullis. X is east. Well, I'm going east then, aren't I? East. I'm in front of a reply using 2 words. Go east. There we go. On dusty path, nothing living in sight. Okay, it's done. Go north. Large but deserted, dirty courtyard in front of a magnificent palace. Piles of rubbish. Get rubbish. I've got the rubbish. That stays where it is. Right. Go north. A handwritten letter. Get letter. Read. Letter. Will I, the king, leave all my lands and possessions to my daughter? Don't know why daughter's written over the edge of the page there. Shand? Oh, daughter's hand. Leave my daughter's hand in marriage to the person who can find and recover her safely. Good luck. Right, so we're looking for a princess. Always good to be looking for a bit. Go west. Go west. I'm in the jewel-encrusted golden throne room. All right. King dead, burning torch. I'm okay. Search king. I feel wrong doing this. I want to know if he's got any money. Oh my god! I searched him and found a long rope inside his pants. Right, get rope. Lovely. He was stashed that well, didn't he? Torch. Do I take the king? Get king. Oh bloody hell! I can carry the king. Inventory. I'm carrying a dead king as well. I don't think I'm wearing any clothes either. You're wearing nothing. I'm currently naked with a handwritten letter, a dead king, a long rope and a burning torch in my hands. Always useful. It's very weird. Why would I be carrying the dead king around for? Drop king. We might just drop him in the rubbish. There you go. Go the south. Go west. I'm sure there's a song in that. I know the rest of it. Massive portcullis. Open. Port. And it would be cutlass, wouldn't it? Yeah. That'll do. You want to say no? When you say quit, it just does a save. Right, okay, carry on. That'll do. Demon Knight. I'm definitely a Demon Knight because I just abused a king and dropped him in some rubbish. That's very bad. That's a very bad thing to do. Okay, Ned's Garden. I like Ned's Garden. This is quite a, I think this is another one that I really need. But I really need stock market now. I quite like that. I'm gonna admit I was quite into that one. If you didn't notice, I could have played that one all day. It's really funny because there's a few people in my office who have been doing a bit of stocks and shares stuff recently, just penny shares. And mining is one of the ones that they're well into because it goes up and down so frequently. Because when they come back and they go, and it's like three men and his dog who go out and they go, whoa, we think we might have found gold here. So then they all of a sudden they found gold, and the value of their stock increases from like 3p to like 40p or something like that. And that's sometimes when I say 40p, it probably won't be 40p, but you get the general gist. So the price of it increases a little bit. Ooh. Help Ned to tidy up his garden. Watch out for the local fauna. There are 3 types of item that can be carried before returning to the shed. All these items are needed to drop somewhere. Right, okay. So, ZX, MK. Yeah, we've got keys. We have keys, people. Ned's Shed. Do you know, have you played... oh, thank goodness you're here. Greatest game you'll ever play. One of the brilliant... It's just a piece of brilliant art. It is a modern day game. It should be on the Switch. If it isn't, I can't. I'll be so gutted for it. I played it on the PC version of it. It's based in a fictional northern town, and you are a little travelling salesman, and you're trying to meet the mayor. But Bear's busy, so you decide to do on a little romp around the town, and and it's madness. It's Matt Berry, who was in the what was it called, the IT crowd. He's in there, being mad for most of the voicing. It's great. It's so weird, and it's so brilliantly weird. I played all the way through it and really enjoyed it. You could probably play it a couple of times. You could probably replay it for enjoyability. It's pretty good. Do 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 English country garden. Right, we need to get that thing. I'm going to go this way. Go on, Ned. Why is Ned a Viking? Well, did I ask this question last time round? Ned is a crazy Viking. I'm getting that. Yay! Go on, Ned. Do I have to take it back to the shed first? Or can I only hold one at once? Right, go on, Ned. Oh, God. Kitty, kitty, kitties! Wow. Do 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 do. Of course, now my blooming thing's not in the shed anymore. I'm going that way. Right, let's get this. Let's get one thing in the shed. With this is the aim, people. One thing into the shed. If we can get one thing in the shed, I'm a happy man. Into here, quick. Oh God. I'm gonna go that way. Shed, shed, shed. No, it's not going in the shed. Why didn't it go in the shed? Bloody hell, Ned. What a guy. Not only are you a floating head, but you're... Oh, God. Hard luck, Ned. I'm going to play again. We're going to have another go. Because I can't be beaten by a ghost coming through the door. Because we have Space Intruders next. Oh, those days go to the old news agent to pick up a video. Oh my God! Every time. How the heck are we meant to do anything in this game? I get one screen ahead. Go on, Ned. You mental case. Go on. Right, get up there. Right, I'm going. Oh God! Right, how do we get out of here? Upwards. Let's go up. Ned, we're out. Oh, I have found a watering. Oh! The swallows go everywhere. Or the swifts. And it throws you back to the first room again. Oh, it's insane. Oh my God! How do you get past? Ned. There's a shovel there. This is madness. Ah! How do you get past that? That's just stupid. Right, we're moving on. Last game on the tape. 2 more episodes to go before the end of this season, and I have a couple of weeks break. Just to record some videos, actually, to be honest with you, because I'm really out with them at the moment. I usually kind of keep good, decent stock of them, but recently I'm really going through them, flying through them all. I do want to do another Euro Truck, actually, American Truck Simulator. That's what I'm looking forward to doing. I'm sure I've got this one, Space Intruder. I never realised it was Intruder. I always thought it was Space Invader, but it's some other version of it. It's going to be completely different. Not anything to do with Space Invaders coming down and shooting at you. None at all. I love Space Invaders. Saw a copy of Galaxian recently. The Arctic version of that was going for a good £75 as well, because they're uncommon. They're not there anymore. But they have a limit. They have a limit to what people will pay as well. I don't know. People do stop. There are points where they go, no, I'm not going to pay that much money for it. It's very nice, I'd like it, but I'm not going to pay that much for it. I'm particularly cheap. That's why it's taken me ages to get a copy of that the 6 and 7 and 0 to 5. Yeah, it's why it's taken me ages to get a copy of Laser Squad, because I'm particularly cheap. It's actually not bad, this one. It's not bad. I don't mind being intruded by these guys. They seem nice intruders. Space Invaders, cracking game. So many different versions of it along the way. I think though the version of it from the SOS one that I talk about quite frequently, the game, which is a variation of the engine. Oh God, I should really stop not blowing myself up here. Shoot, 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 shoot. Oh, look, they're coming faster because, of course, in the original arcade game, the once the number of sprites reduced, the speed went up because the processor had more space and more capacity. So this is why it wasn't actually it was designed by design for the sake of the processing more than anything else. Clever, really, if you think about it. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, dead. Game over. You game over whether you like it or not once you do that. Enter your initials, move left and right to select. Yeah, good old Space Invaders. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Got to love the old Space Invaders. I love Space Invaders. Things, yeah, but basically the processor got faster, so it was designed by flaw, as in the sense the machine wasn't fast enough to run all of the data initially, and then all of a sudden it was running quicker because, the score was quite a good score, that, actually. Run quickly across the screen. It's really good. Space Invaders. I love the original sound, that the do, 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 and pew, pew, pew kind of noise when it made for all things. Really, really good. Anyway, that's the other side of this tape done. Next week we've got all kinds on here. What we got? Next week we've got Mighty Magnus, The Fall of Rome, Drafts, Zadoom, which is actually really good. Zadoom. Detective, 20 Tons, and Chess Player, which I don't think is going to be very exciting. Followed by, the finishing one is just beautiful. It's got Micro Mouse, it's got Tube Cube, it's got Invasion, it's got Escape, the one I talked about earlier, Laser Zone, Strontium Dog, Paramania, and Blood and Guts, which I don't know anything about. Blood and Guts. Honestly, this has been a great series. This one, I've really enjoyed it. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and try and beat that YouTube algorithm so that I get at least 2 views, because I'm down to like half the amount this week. Half. It's a half measure. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye bye now.